And so we returned to our regularly scheduled art streams after like 2.5 weeks. Longest I've ever gone without ever doing one of these. Except for, I think, the holiday week of Christmas Day and also New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, I mean. But either way, welcome back. First thing I wanted to bring up this time around was, the stream number of this is actually very, very, aptly timed. Because this is art stream number 22, and it's the last stream I'm going to do while I am 22. Because next week is my birthday, on the 25th specifically. So, pretty excited for that. Let's see, there we go. Now we're back in business, as we usually are. And this time around I decided, why don't we just skip both the sketch layer and also the lining layer and also the coloring layer as well and just go straight to the shading this time around. As such, this art stream might not be as long as it usually is, but honestly, my brain could use a break from the recent madness that I've endured as of late. It's not to say that this won't be as therapeutic as it usually is, because it always is. It's always nice to do these. Also, it's Shantae again. Because who else would it be? It's not an art stream without Shantae in it. After I'm done with this, I was also thinking of maybe doing just a small little emote, I guess you could say, of the spider guy that's always in these thumbnails. Speaking of which as well, I believe, yeah, this was the thumbnail for today. Pretty happy with how this turned out. And I drew this because, well, spring is on the way. Spring is literally tomorrow, which is why I drew this. So I thought it'd be a good way to get into the mood of the season. Because in the part of the world that I live, it really doesn't last very long. The scenery, I mean. Everywhere turns green for, I think, about 2 to 3 months or so, and then it just turns dead again. So, I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Also pretty happy with how this turned out. With this in particular, how it turned out when I just kind of speed ran the sketch layer for this piece in just a single night. And then I didn't think I would be doing the whole lining and shading, just finishing this as any other piece, but I ended up doing it anyway. And I figured why not save the rest of it for today. If this ends up being just another relatively quiet stream, then I am perfectly fine with that as well. It does not make this any less therapeutic. Hello, Dragon Lily Chicken Gun. Try saying that three times fast. And hello in the fancy text as well. I subscribed? Thank you. I'm barely able to make that out in the chat, but still, nonetheless, thank you. All the more inspiration to get on with that one video essay idea that I had that I hope to do sometime. Hey, there he is. Welcome back. Welcome back, Rosegard to go. What's up? My brain is kind of tired at the moment. Here I kind of was thinking that this might just be another relatively quiet art stream like few have been in the past. And I thought that would be okay because that doesn't make this any less therapeutic than it already is. Also, I want to share some recent news that I got. Tonight at 12 in the morning. A while ago, I stated that I would be interested in trying out getting an art commission sometime, and I ended up doing that. I spoke to somebody about a month ago, and they recently just contacted me telling me that they're gonna get started working on it tomorrow. So after giving them another reference for them to use, I am pretty excited for that. I don't know how much I can stay because I have exams. Very good luck to you for those. Good luck and also good retention and knowledges, I guess you could say. Hang on. Be right back for just a second. Nah. Doritos play a day, because why not? Alright, we're back. And just when I thought that this was gonna be a relatively quiet day, I just got reminded of a bunch of things I needed to do. Which, understandable, it is that time of the week after all. Thinking as well about using a certain other tool. I immediately forgot the name of it. Certain other coloring tool to fill in the gaps besides the paint bucket tool, like I always use. There's the one that I'm not remembering the name of, and then there's also the lasso tool, which is not actually something that I've experimented with yet. But I probably should sometime. Holy moly. Okay, looking at this now, I realize, yeah, maybe the paint bucket tool. It's time to retire it sometime, or at least just figure out a better tolerance level. Because it does kind of have to be switched up every single time. haven't really noticed it. Got way too quiet for the past few minutes there. Let's see, Jocks as a cleaner shrimp. Jocks as in John Schwan's owl? Sorry, not owl. John Schwan's parrot, or some other kind of Jocks that I'm not familiar with. it's already time to say that I'm happy with how this is turning out. That honestly, actually, wait, hang on. What's this down here that I completely forgot about? But honestly, after this, I think all that's left is just the background to get to. And that'll be a wrap. Wrap for this piece, at least. This is a lot more relaxing than I thought it would be going in. Because going in, I was completely ready to just talk my head off, talk up a storm, if you will. And yet here we are. Alright, already at the background layer. And I had something in mind just for this. crud. Guess who's back? Guess who's back, demanding more sacrifices, and also kneecaps. But also, hi. Good to see you again. Oh yeah, if I am still doing that, then yeah, I can go ahead and get it downloaded. Ah, crud. I hate it when that happens. Even if I have the chat window up on a non-minimized screen, it just freezes sometimes for a reason. Definitely one of the things I want to sort out once I start playing games again. Can you listen to sd.chroma? Let's look that up on Spotify right now. Ah, there it is. We'll listen to it personally on my own time. It might be sometime later though. Just to check it out. And because you recommended it. Ah, crud. I hope the background music volume isn't overwhelming my voice. Like it has done in the past. Another thing to do on the to-do list for eventually is configuring the mic. This HyperX Quadcast, the microphone that literally everybody uses. That's configuring it to actually make it sound good. Or sound better, at the very least. What I did say, though, is that I'm going to listen to that song later on my own time. Just to check it out, and because you also recommended it. Wow, we just barely hit the exact 1 hour mark. Right when I was about to finish this up, too. Alright, and with that, probably my 15th millionth Shantae drawing is now done. Actually, curious now. Let's check this for real. Alright, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. I feel like it's 4. 4, 5, 6. 7, sort of. And then 8. This is my this is my 8th digital Shantae drawing. And that's not even counting the it's not even counting the pieces or the drawings that I did, including other characters from the series. I have done those as well, and I should definitely be doing more of them. Now, with that being said, as I saved that, hang on, there was also another idea that came to mind before I wrap this up for the day. Let's see here. Yeah. Perfect. Here we go. Okay, this might just completely override everything. Yeah, well. Okay, let's not do any of that. I'll just keep this on the side then. Alright, perfect. Should hopefully be all that I need for this. I will listen to that on my own later, just not on stream. Mainly because of the big ol' E symbol in Spotify. Not that it's gonna affect monetization or whatever, because these streams aren't monetized. Just, I think it would be better if I checked it out on my own. But kind of got lost in the sauce for a second there. That exactly is the plan, yes. Plan is to make a V2 model eventually with this whole spider guy, with this whole arachnid boyo concept here. Like I did say, I will check out the song later, but right now I just like to keep listening to the chill/relaxed playlist. Still unsure exactly what that means. If you're trying to make me say it out loud and then I say something funny that I don't even realize, then I will be slightly perturbed as well as annoyed. Only slightly though, depending on how funny I find it. Holy crud, it's already been about 15 minutes. I spent 15 minutes on just this. It's kind of hilarious. Ox is a cleaner shrimp from Finding Nemo. Crud. Was he part of the tank gang? Why can I not remember the shrimp in that movie? Oh wait. Oh, now I remember. Now I remember who that is. He didn't really speak all that much. He made just a bunch of French noises, if I remember correctly. Okay, that's pretty funny. Draw the sun and that one metal slide fighting to see who's hotter. That's honestly pretty hilarious. Who's your favorite character? That doesn't really narrow it down that much out of anything in particular or just favorite character in general. Because if it's in general, we might be here all day. But if it's from something in particular, then I might be able to pinpoint something. Here's a fun fact: a shrimp uses whiskers clean. That is a fun fact. It is an interesting fact that Finding Nemo did indeed teach every single one of us. So, my favorite one of my own characters. That's a good question. I honestly haven't made that much, except for the spider guy, and also two others that I believe I have drawn on stream before. Yes, I have. Let's see. The only other two characters that I don't intend making, I don't really intend making VTuber models for or anything. Just I intend for them to exist. Let's see. They're around here somewhere. Fred, wait a minute. Ah, there it is. There they are. There's also these two that I made. That I guess are also, you could consider original characters as well. But other than these three, I don't think there's many others. Okay, that's pretty funny. Honestly, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Putting my own spider character into that one Spider-Man meme. Just because they're both, you know, spiders. It's honestly not a bad idea. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm surprised I didn't think of that earlier. And honestly... Also, what about the one with the hoodie and the one you're equipping right now? Yes. It'll be the current, I guess, VTuber model, the one you're looking at here, pointing at the concept of the new one. I think that'll be pretty funny. Pretty happy with how this right here is turning out, but I think I am gonna save this for later because right now, wow, it's been an hour and a half. Because right now I actually originally was thinking about wrapping it up once this piece was finished up, but got kind of caught up in all this because of just how hard I was going with it. I want to finish this up, detail it as much as I can, and then turn it into an emote. An emote that I could probably maybe even use on the channel. I think that would be fun. Just a fun little addition for everybody to use. At least I hope everybody can use it, and that I don't have to lock it behind a paywall or anything. Because that's not something that I intend on doing. I don't intend on locking anything behind a paywall on this channel. Two small ones down there are just reacting to the whole thing. It's also a pretty good idea. Let's see, though. Since I'm here, I may as well talk about potential ideas for what I want to do in the near future. Let's see. I hope to get a certain piece done by the time my birthday comes around. A collaborative piece that I want to... Well, not really a collaborative piece, just a piece of fan art for an artist that I like, who also shares the same birthday as mine, which is pretty cool. So I hope to have that done within the next 6 days, when both of our birthdays happen at the same time, on the 25th. Other than that, let's see. Other than that, I think all that's left is just the other ideas that I have written down around here. Also, maybe something for... Maybe I'll save this for the next stream. But I was thinking of doing another spring-inspired drawing. And by spring-inspired, I mean nature-inspired. And by nature-inspired, I mean the Dryad from Terraria. Terraria also being my favorite game of all time. So I'm surprised, honestly surprised that I haven't drawn any particular fan art for that game. I've drawn art for other games that I like, of course, but not for my favorite one, interestingly. Not for my favorite one, or much of my second favorite one, even though I have some ideas. Not really any of my third favorite game, though I would like to, definitely. Of my fourth favorite game, sort of. And of my fifth, not really. I have a long time ago, but anytime recently, not really. Of course, my top 5 favorite games would be Terraria, and then Ravenfield, XCOM 2, and Darkest Dungeon, and The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Hence the music we were just listening to. So, with all that being said, Catalia is your new name now, instead of Duolingo. I will be listening to that song you recommended shortly after I wrap this up. We'll be listening to it on my own time. And let's see. Oh yeah, I also want to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at how much traction this got. Very happy with how this turned out. For reals this time. I only hope that, I really should have... You know what? Actually, after this, I'm gonna edit the description, maybe even the title of the most recent video that I did, which was of this, and put Mike Burnfire's and Zach Hazard's names in the description. Which, I don't know how notifying someone on YouTube works, but hopefully it'll increase the chances that it'll be in their line of sight and they'll see it, because I really hope that they do see this. Am I going to draw? I was actually thinking of wrapping this up pretty soon, within the next few minutes. Because I finished up with this today, and then I got started on this. So I think that's gonna be a wrap for me today. One other thing I need to consider doing is straight up rewatching these streams as much as I can, and then just catching and writing down the things that I say I want to do, but don't really get to as much as I would like. I think that would be a good idea. There we go. We are back to wrap this up for real this time. I will be listening to it on my own time, mainly because I'm closing this down very shortly here. I'll see what I think about it at the time. Right now, I'm just contemplating if there's anything else I would like to say at all before I close this down, and I'm kind of run out on things at the moment. I will listen to it. You have my word on that, at the very least. Okay, before we go over the 1 hour and 40-minute mark, here we go. Real this time, ending slideshow and everything. Next stream is probably going to be, like I said, the spring-inspired piece, which is, of course, the nature-inspired piece, which is, of course, the Dryad from Terraria. So, until next week, I will see everybody later. Have a very good one. Also, a good night. See ya.